Where's your shoes?
I'm starting to stream that. I'm putting my shoes on.
What? No, you don't turn it the right way. No, it's locked. I didn't pull it, right?
Okay, everyone. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day on this. I think it's a Thursday. Let's say it's Thursday. We're going to call it Thursday because I think it's Thursday. Seems like a Thursday. Feels like a Thursday. Let's make it Thursday. It's pretty warm, and there's not really a cloud in the sky, which is intriguing. You'll see that in just a second. Let's peek over. Let's look at the temperature. Current temperature is 44 degrees, which in turn makes it 6C. So, I'm going to show you there is not a cloud nor a chemtrail in the sky. It's pretty awesome, actually. You don't get to see this very often. I don't see a single cloud yet. I bet if we went all the way to the top, I could probably see some clouds in the distance. But as you see, no clouds. So, still a little bit of snow on the ground. It's still muddy, a crazy muddy mess. But that's just what you're going to have during, mud season. Because that's what we're in mud season like normal, because when the snow melts and we don't have the walkways put in just right, mud season is what normally wins. So let's get some Lisa's not feeling well. She has a headache. She just feels off. I also have a headache, and other people that I'm talking with also have headaches. So that's why I think there's something with the barometric pressure. Well, I know there's something with the barometric pressure and probably something with space weather as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And for all you guys, I hope none of you guys are feeling... So I emptied out the water thing. So let's see how much water we get, how much rain we get. So hope none of you guys are feeling crazy, horrible, or anything. But if you are, understand it's probably something due to whatever craziness is happening out there in space weather today. Okay, so I got a water jug. We're gonna go head on over and get that. So I want to mention, so my sister mentioned it, and I've been hearing other people talk about this. So we're gonna have a conversation today about the silliness that they're going to scare us with. There's going to be a solar flare or some type of event that's going to turn the internet off and turn all electric off. Is it possible? Anything's possible. I mean, let's just be honest. Like, a giant meteor could smack the earth and pop it. That could happen. Is it going to? No. As someone who has a plan for literally everything, and I have a plan for everything, because I try to plan all the crazy stuff that could possibly happen in the world. I try to plan for it. As someone who has literally a plan for everything, I do not, like, that's something I don't worry about. So I'm going to tell you that there's a lot of things to not worry about now, but I think it's important. It's important that we hear them mention, and that the TV and the elite and social media and the preppers and all that are all talking, because when they all start talking about things together, it means that there's something in the global consciousness, and it means that it's something as folks we should be paying attention to. Now, that doesn't mean we should be panicking. It doesn't mean that we should be spreading, you know, the craziness, but it's something that we should be thinking about. What are they trying to tell us? What are they trying to condition the masses for? And how, as intelligent human beings, how can we listen to what they say and understand the multi-levelness of that? Because there is always multiple levels of why they say things. So my background, not just farming, but in another life when I was a city kid and I lived up and went to uni, I was going to school for psychology. Actually, I pretty much have, with the exception of a couple English classes, is the only reason I don't have a psychology degree specializing in human child development. So understanding all the stuff about psychology, and then what they know, it's never as simple as problem, solution, reaction, because they know that there's also going to be people a lot smarter than that, and they want to trick everybody on they want to have control on as multiple levels as possible. And so that means that they have already thought of all the pushback, and have probably already infiltrated most of the groups that are going to do the pushback. Thank you, Lisa. So, as a free-thinking individual, you should try to think between the lines. You should try to think outside of the circle, outside of the box. Maybe stay inside the dotted line a bit. And sometimes that's hard, but just think way out over here. And how can you make a plan? How can you be prepared without ruining the quality of your life? Because the idea is we're supposed to be thriving. We want to thrive in this world that we live in. We want to thrive because, well, it's actually not hard to thrive. We just get tricked in thinking that they have way more power than they actually do have. And why are we not spinning? Okay. So let's start with that. What can we do? So let's just say, what would Doc do? What am I doing if all of this is true and if they're going to turn off electric? First and foremost, I like electric. I don't want it to turn off. I like the internet. I like telecommunication. I don't want any of that to turn off. I like being able to stand here with a hose, with a pump, pumping water from the cistern into this bucket. Makes it easy for me. That being said, if this pump freezes, or if the electric goes out, or if we lose something like that, I can easily just take this lid off and I can still get water. And my day just got more difficult, but didn't actually, the quality of my life didn't go down. It just takes more time. And so that's how I like to look at everything when they try to scare us. How can I keep the quality of my life in high standard, but also have a plan, a backup plan, just in case, so I don't have to reduce the quality of my life. So I have backup communication like walkie-talkies. I need more. I need a lot more, but I have some stuff. Thank you, Mark, for the lemons and the ice cream. Why did I go offline? Why did that knock me offline? I don't understand. Yeah, whoops. I don't know what happened there. How did you knock me offline? That's funny. Okay. Interesting. I don't know, I should be back on 9 now. I don't know what happened there. Mark donates me a bunch of stuff and then
Wait, let me do one of those.
D-Live just knocks me offline. Yeah, I see that, Mark. Well, what was funny, Mark, is it was literally just a D-Live. It was not, it didn't happen to kick YouTube prohibited or any of that. It was literally just D-Live. It knocked me offline, which is interesting. So, yeah, no worries. Lisa's getting me a water, and then we'll go back to chatting with what we were talking about. There we go, back online.
Thank you.
Perfect, you're welcome. Oh, lid. So, anyways, thank you for the lemons, the ice cream, Mark. Don't know why knocked me offline, so yeah, that's the only thing I can do because nobody else fell off. So anyway, so what we were saying is, so I have a plan for my farm if I lose electric. The rest of the farm, if I would lose electric, would just be annoying. That's it. It wouldn't be anything else. Water-wise, that would be annoying here, but something that is interesting. So our water breaks all the time down here because I actually have city water as well. And the city water regularly is, we're under a boil order because a pipe breaks or because this, that, the other. So, you know, not having to do something silly or crazy with the water is not anything new. I do need to, one thing I'd like to do this year, we'll see if I actually get around to doing it, but something I'd like to do this year is being able to get a good water filtration system. I know how to build, I've built them. I know how to build simple ones. They're easy. I've done it many times. I just don't have one here on the farm right now, which is absolutely silly that I don't. Part of the reason I don't is because I've got so many springs around. It's just easy to access fresh water everywhere, but I should actually make a good filtration system, especially for this cistern. And for other things, it would make sense. Why are we turning sideways? Oh, gimbal. So, yep. Let's get this back up. Come on, gimbal. I just charged this gimbal, so I know it's good. Okay, there we go. Back to balanced. So I've got a plan if the electric goes out, if they decide to. Okay, we're gonna have to go. We're gonna go for a short little walk to go get a new gimbal. So, yeah, I have my backup gimbal. This is my good gimbal though. I don't know why this one is doing this. Okay, let's go get the. Yeah, I need. I should. That's a good idea. So let's go get the other gimbal. Then I can give Lisa her water. Then we can go finish feeding everything. So we'll have a backup plan for if the electric goes out. Internet-wise, like I said, communication. I do need to. Me and Mock had talked about it, and I think I talked about it with some other people. So we do need to get our ham radio license because ham will still work. There's another thing. I can't remember what it's called. It's in my Discord. I linked it in my Discord. But there's another type of like communication device that just you can run on solar panels that links so many distances apart from each other. Thinking about that might be actually something worth snagging and playing around with that to see how well that works. But anyway, so there's cooking is pretty easy here. Oh, absolutely, Mark. I have enough local water for everything that I would need for feeding all my animals. It would become a little bit more difficult. Where did I put that gimbal? So it would take a little bit of more work to go get that done, but I actually could. That is something that is doable. Okay, guys, you're going for a ride for just a second so I can put you in the other gimbal and get you turned on. Sorry that you have to go for this crazy gimbal ride. Let's get that turned on. Okay, balanced well. I just need to get my stand. This is the stand I like. Take this gimbal. This is the gimbal that's acting up. And turn it off. Okay. Okay, perfect. So it's always good to have backup of everything, like what I was talking about, just in case your gimbal acts up. Make sure you have a backup. They were both charged today, so good for me. Thinking ahead like normal. Okay, so Mark was asking if I have plenty of water. Absolutely have plenty of water. It just becomes harder and harder to get to the water because if it just more work, let's just say. But never worried about. The last thing I'm worried about is running out of water. Food, like if it's a long time and it happens in a colder region, a colder time, feeding the animals becomes more of a chore that I don't quite have a good backup plan for. We're working on that. It's going to change this year because I've totally going to change. I've been slacking the last 2 years. Absolutely slacking at what I should be doing. I used to be so good at creating my own food and having excess of making sure there was enough food for everything that I needed, growing it, accessing it. Then my melancholy kicked in, and I would say probably around 2019, my melancholy kicked in, and then it just didn't get any better. It didn't get any better after all of this silliness that happened. So, but I noticed probably October of last year, things were getting better. I was feeling better, more intrigued to get things done and kind of back to my old self again. And I really noticed it this year. So I noticed a kind of feeling after 2023 was over. So now I know this year's going to be crazy, absolutely going to be crazy, but we're going into the year of the wooden dragon. So we know it's going to be crazy by that, but me personally, I've got, my mind is back to where it needs to be. So, which means that I can get back into planning. I can get back into making sure that I've got good things figured out for whatever silliness is to come. And trust me, there's going to be silliness to come. It just kind of depends on how you, what you want to call, or how much you want to worry about it. I don't worry very often, guys. And the reason I don't worry is because I'm of the belief that whatever happens, I can handle. And I've had, in the last couple years, some pretty crazy shit happen that if you would have told me I was going to have to deal with a couple years back, I would have said, I'm going to have a tough time dealing with that shit. And when it happened, it wasn't quite as bad. Well, it wasn't good, but it wasn't quite as, I reacted in ways that I'm very happy with the way I reacted. It happened in ways, spill the food everywhere. It happened in ways that I'm happy with. I actually did have a plan for, and it did work out okay. So that's why I'm not worried. I suggest if you guys feel anxious about the up and coming events, if the whatever silliness that you are being told, if you're worried about, politics, if you're worried about weather, if you're worried about your finances, if you're worried about any of that kind of stuff, worrying is not going to get you through it. You're going to have, again, like I said, I think that we can handle everything that's been given to us. And it just means if something crazy, like for example, finances. When my finances are low, like they are right now, what that means is it gives me opportunity to get out there and try something new, gives me that little bit of kick in the ass to say, you know what? I need to figure out some cool new way to generate some revenue. And so I'm working on some ideas. If any of them work and generate me even a little bit of revenue, I'll share those ideas with you. If they don't work, I'll still share the ideas with you, and I'll tell you what I did, so you guys don't have to make the same mistakes that I made. But that's just but again, it's something I don't fret. I don't worry about it. Illness, I believe that I can cure most of my own illnesses, and if I don't, then the right people, I'll meet the right doctors, I'll meet the right individuals, and they'll help me figure out whatever's broken about me. When it comes to health, I think health is definitely inside of my control. So I'm doing things to keep my body strong. So some people want to say go out in the gym, that's fine. If that's what you want to call it. I move my body around regularly every day. I make sure I get my steps in. I make sure I lift some heavy things. I make sure I just do that. My body's not stagnant. It's not just doing nothing. Also been stimulating my mind. Right now I'm rereading Robert Greene's books. So right now I'm on Mastery, which I do highly suggest is a great book. If you feel a little lost or you just feel like you need some inspiration, Robert Greene's book, Mastery, absolutely worth reading. Get your mind going. I also dedicated probably about an hour in the morning and maybe an hour before I go to bed into learning something. Like right now I'm learning, the big thing I'm learning right now, that I'm learning SEO with Etsy, because that'll help me, it'll help Lisa, it'll help my friends on Discord, all that kind of stuff is very beneficial. So I'm also been learning a lot about how to write GPTs. Like right now I'm working on a GPT, it'll be free, but I'm working on a GPT that is going to be based off of my knowledge base, kind of answered the way I talk. And it'll be like, you can ask Doc, it's called Midnight in Doc's Garden. It's the same name as my show. But it'll be like, the GPT will just be like, you want to talk to me about, you want to know how I would answer or what I think about something. Why am I doing that? Just because it's fun. Why not have a GPT that's based off of my personality? Part of the reason I stream, because I'm a cocky son of a bitch, and I like attention, because that's what internet is it's the attention economy that we live in. So why not make something that has my personality on it. So, Maid, thank you so much for all the lemons and the ice creams. Absolutely appreciate it. You guys get to go right up here. And looking down, that weird noise. I don't know. Let me go grab a water real fast. I'm gonna grab the water right over here that I have sitting over here. So let's cycle back around and get back to talk about the good things. So let's say that you and your friends are listening to all the social media, and the social media is telling you the elite, the powers, you know, the bad people are going to do bad things, and they're going to make your life bad. You know what you should do about it? Not really worry about it. Better your mind, your body, your relationships with your friends, your family. Evil's not that powerful. So I don't care what religion you are. I don't care any of that. But evil is just live backwards. And so all it is whenever, all evil is just trying to get you to stop living your life by either being in fear or by making bad decisions and not being you and not enjoying your friends, not enjoying what you do, not enjoying your animals, your wife, your children, your hobbies, nature. Absolutely. So it's just the way, it's the way. So you and your friends get caught up. And it's easy. It's easy. I am absolutely guilty of it. I am a optimistic doomer, and I will probably always be an optimistic doomer. I do think lots of crazy things are about to happen. But that doesn't mean that just because crazy things are going to happen, I'm still going to need to feed my chickens. I'm still going to hang out with Lisa. I'm still going to need to hang out with my nephew. I'm still going to need to raise some crops. There's stuff I'm still going to need to do. And guess what? I like all of those things that I'm going to need to do. And so, while I can be angry, bad people doing bad things, I don't like it. I can be angry, absolutely. But until I have a plan of something that I can do to solve it, until there's a way that I can make it not affect my life and my loved ones, just not worry about it. Some people say, yes, but Doc, you're putting your head in the sand. And maybe I'm not. As much as I'd love to be, I'm not the person to bring awareness about things. Like, I'll help you get through it. You can come to me and we can work together with whatever crazy thing that you've discovered, and because I've looked into it, I've researched a lot of the stuff. And if you found something I haven't researched, I want to research it because that sounds like fun. But to tell you, to lecture you, to say that you should do this, that, and the other, like, that's no fun. I don't want to tell people how to do things. I don't want to tell people how to live their life. I want to give advice, and I want to make sure that you can have the best version of yourself that you possibly can, with whatever that means. Because the best version of me is to teach you how to do cool things and to screw up all the time and to be outside and to play video games with my friends and to grow food and to just enjoy the hell out of this life that we have. That's what my job is. That's what I want to do. Now, we might talk about stuff, we might share about things, but I'm a doom and gloomer, but I'm not necessarily going to share the doom and gloom with you. Or at least preach to you. I might share you some of the stuff, but I'm not going to preach it to you. But Well, I am is a solution-oriented person. I like solutions. I like to figure out ways to solve the problems. You know, we solve problems. We don't solve them by bitching. We solve them by doing. And sometimes the doing doesn't work. We can do and do and do and do and do. Nothing gets done. But what we can do with that is say, folks, hey, I tried this. You got a better idea? You got another way to make this happen. So Lisa will come to me and she'll say, Justin, we have this problem. We need to get it solved. So we'll tag team. We'll think of some ideas. I'll come up with some ideas of what I think. She'll come up with some ideas. We'll see if those ideas are suitable, and we'll use them to solve the issues. But Lisa also has that same level of just faith that everything's going to be okay, that the universe provides. You know, it gives you everything that you need. Everything that you need is available to you if you just know how to find it. So you're not saying that you get it for not doing work. Sometimes you got to do work. But Lisa also believes in that same idea that things are just going to be okay. Things will work out the way they need to work out because we're not giving too much. Because you're not giving more than you can handle, so you're not giving too much. So problems are solved. And I don't know. I just... It's easy peasy to get out there and just be angry all the time and just be like, you know, they're shadow banning me, or they don't want my message to get out, or they're trying to keep me down, or, you know, they're doing all this other things out there. And again, let's say they are shadow banning you. Okay, then that just means that that's actually a blessing. It means that your message is good. It means that you know you're on the right track. It means that you're flying over the target. It just means that you now need to get more creative. So shadow banning you on YouTube, get on Rumble. Shadow banning you on Twitch, get on DLive. Shadow banning you on, I don't know, Twitter, get on Gab. You know, figure out a new, exciting way to get your message out. Create a GPT. Create something to solve that issue. Don't like that bad things are happening in your community? Then be active in your community. Figure out who is allowing these bad things to happen in your community. And I'm going to say something controversial here. Befriend those people. Because if you befriend those people, maybe you can figure out what their motive is. Are they evil, or are they just an idiot? Because sometimes we think people are evil and they're really just idiots. They just don't know what they don't know. Their heart's in the right place, but their brain is not. They were brainwashed. They were tricked. They're just plain dumb. So I need to grab that water. I can't just walk over here and collect water without a water container. Water container. So I'm trying, guys. I don't know if you can tell I don't have the energy today, and I don't have the bandwidth to be like really thinking about deep things. There's that barometric pressure here is just, it is hitting me. It is hitting me hard today. Best way to explain it, what it feels like right now is it feels like someone's got their hand right here. Someone's got their hand right here, and they're squishing my head as hard as they can while they're kicking me. It's kind of what it feels like. So it's tolerable. It's absolutely tolerable. Lisa probably has it far worse than I do. So, and again, this is the stuff you have to deal with, you know. We don't feel 100%, probably don't feel 50%, but animals need to be fed. And so you got to get your chores done. Now, and you know, these are days I'm not going to make complicated decisions. You know, I'm not going to, you know, go mathematically figure out how to do math. Not only am I one, pretty at math, two, it's just not a good time. Yes, made, so the barometric pressure messes with me a lot. And Lisa, me, Dwayne, my little sister, we're all down here in Southern West Virginia. Everybody just mentioned. Everybody's been complaining a little bit about a pressure headache today. And so the barometric pressure, now there's not, as you can see, there's not a chemtrail in the sky, so I can't blame that. There's no clouds either, which is weird. But there's something going on, and that something going on is affecting my head, causing me pressure headaches. I've had pressure headaches my entire life, so it's something that I'm used to and I know how to deal with. It's something I'm used to. It's just annoying. I just really don't like it. These are days that I really just like to just sit and do nothing. It's the kind that's not even really fun to watch videos or to play video games, or like, it's in a perfect world, I would just wander aimlessly around walking in the woods if I had a headache like this. That would be the best thing I would do, because that would probably, that it doesn't take a lot of bandwidth. It doesn't take a lot of thinking for me to do. And I want to be active, because if I'm sitting still or not doing something, if I'm not stimulating my body a little bit, it makes the headache, it makes the headache pulse more. But it's also something that I feel very dumb. So making complicated decisions would be bad. Like, I could absolutely drive a vehicle. I could drive in rush hour traffic. I don't think I could drive quickly or fast, or I would not want a complicated driving location where I'd have to think about like every road that I had to turn on or something. I wouldn't, it's more of a, I can function and I can be dull. So these are the kinds where it's good to have routines, because if I had a routine right now, which is what I'm actually doing, is streaming, feeding and watering is a routine. Routines are easy. Routines are easy and such like that. No, I try to the very, very best. I try to not take any type of aspirin or medicine or of any sort for a headache. I usually just try to work it out. I've tried a variety of stuff for headaches in the past, especially pressure headaches like this, and I haven't really found anything that works. And so I don't want to put extra chemicals in my body if it's not going to work. So what I'll probably do when I go in a bit is I will probably, I'll probably make some tea. Probably not. I'll probably get some tea that doesn't have caffeine in it, because I don't think I don't need any more. I don't need any more caffeine at the particular moment. I definitely don't need any more caffeine at the particular moment. I had a cup of coffee today, and I had a just before I came out, so I could have the energy to go get everything done, even though I knew it was gonna not make my headache feel 100% better. I did have a warm No Explode, which, if you guys don't know, that energy drink No Explode, really enjoy. If I need an energy boost, very bueno of giving a full body energy boost. So I'll probably go and do that. I might have a yerba mate. Yerba mate does not affect me. The caffeine in yerba mate, or the caffeine substance that's in yerba mate, does not negatively affect me. So I might end up doing something like that when I get in later. Something I might try, because it does help. Something that does work pretty well, that I might try a little later after I'm done, is I might do some cold grounding. So if you're not sure what grounding is earthing. It's where you let body parts, preferably your feet, touch the ground and get the earth's energy and let yourself displace some of the energy. I also like to do it when it's when there's snow on the ground. The problem is it gets me really, really cold. So it's something I'd have to do like just after I'm done with my chores and ready to go sit down for a bit, because I don't want to be absolutely frigid cold trying to get all my chores done. That is annoying. Very, very much annoying. Okay. So all the bunnies outside are feted, like Fetterman. No, they're just fed and watered and hopefully happy, as they should be. So we're gonna go, and I've got a little bit of bunny food left, so we're gonna get the bunnies in the handy run and check on Lisa. Make sure everything's going fine with her. See if she needs any more water. Lisa is in the handy run. I said, you are in the handy run. Do you hear some? Here's what's left of the bunny food. I got everybody fed. I got the bunnies all fed outside.
Okay, they need water.
I just haven't got that. I didn't give those one chickens food just yet.
I'm going there, yeah.
Okay. But everybody, they had water. I gave them water. They just didn't have any food.
Okay, got it.
So, so other than that, we should be. Do you need me to fill up those other chugs?
Yeah, we get one more because it's not supposed to freeze tonight.
Okay. Here's this one in here. Do you want me to take that and just put it in there, or do you need it in here?
You can put it there.
Okay. Yep. Yes.
Okay. I can't get hay, but can I get a clump of hay just for the Old English on,
Okay.
On bottom?
Okay. Yep. Clump of hay for the Old English. Let's get that, and then I'll go get the water for her. So I thought some of you guys might like to just see the back and forth that me and Lisa talk about when we're feeding and getting things done. It's actually pretty simple today because there's not a whole lot. There's no crazy crisis. There's nothing crazy happening. Switch over, and I need to grab to see this angle. So you guys might be wondering, Doc, why is all that stuff just piled up? So that's where we kept some of our hay this year. We had 2 round bales because, actually we had 3 round bales because my baler did not work this year for lots of reasons. But my baler didn't work, and so luckily I did some trading for some hay from the neighbor, which was good. Which was very good. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring you guys in here because I didn't realize that we have less hay than. So here's our bale of hay in our little hay barn. Looks like Lisa already cut. Yeah, it's right here, the wrap in it. Let me get some hay from these guys. So I will say, in the future, it is easy to roll this in here like this, but it is a lot harder to pull the hay off when it's sitting straight up and down like this. So I think next year, after I roll this in, we'll stand them up in here. But this is just a little makeshift. It's just a little makeshift barn. Just an I had some extra old tent frame. Then to the roof of it, we attached some wood. And yeah, no, we did not harvest the hay from the field this year. A couple different reasons. But yes, I did not harvest the hay from the field this year, so unfortunately. But yes, this is the hay tent. That does a wonderful job. We usually put lots of hay in here, but luckily I got some hay this year. So, like I said, trading off of the farmer. We did some trading. I don't know which one she said. You said to the Old English, so I'm not sure which one that is. But that problem should be solved this year. One of two things is going to happen. Either I'm going to apply for a grant, which I'm working on trying to figure out how to do grant profits. By the way, if anybody knows anything about getting grants or grant writing, I know how to grant write. I can grant write like the best of them. I just can't find grants. If anybody knows how to find agricultural, educational grants, let me know. Very much appreciate it. But yeah, so I'm going to try to get some grants this year for that. And we've got some ideas. Me and Lisa's got some additional ideas how to generate some extra revenue. And so if we generate some extra revenue, I'm actually just probably going to buy a new baler. Even though my baler's okay, it's just it has some issues that when we bought it did not know it had. Was not necessarily pointed out to us, but that's my fault for buying a piece of equipment when I didn't know a whole lot about it. So, and maybe the individual that had it didn't realize it was wrong either. So whatever. So that's why I don't have hay. Well, I didn't have, well, we couldn't do hay. Me and Ollie, when he was here, we did make a manual hay baler. So I will have, I have to use my scythe for that. So that is something I will be next year for sure, be scything some hay, because I do have that in place now. So that's a good thing, having the manual baler for scything hay. I'll tell you though, man, work. Definitely a lot of work. But again, like we said, I've got a backup plan for everything. Hence the reason I didn't run out of hay, had plenty of hay. Animals got the hay that they needed, because it's all about having a plan for whatever's about to happen next. So, okay, let's quit. That is, that link right there is going to be Lisa's online store, just so you guys know. I'm working on another online store for lots of weird stuff, for stuff you can get from me with this logo on it right here and some of my silly sayings. That's part of the things that we're working on. Un agua for the ducks. It'll be good. Slowing down. Funny. I can feel the little extra energy pulsing through my body, which I'm glad that I drank that. But on the same aspect, the headache and the rest of the pressure is definitely winning as well. So, by the way, I'm going to try tonight. I know I missed Tuesday. I know I missed on Tuesday at 9 to do the show. I'm going to try to do it tonight is my goal. If I don't, I'm sorry. But I'm going to try to do the show again tonight. It's just going to be, we're going to be reviewing some permaculture stuff at about 9 Eastern time. We're going to be watching a permaculture video and reviewing the permaculture video and talking about, it's a video I haven't seen yet. So we're just going to be talking about it and give my opinion, see if I like it, see what I think. It probably won't show up on YouTube just because YouTube's weird and I don't want them to copyright me and all that kind of stuff, but it will be on Kick and DLive and Kick and DLive. I might do it on Rumble tonight because I haven't done a live stream on Rumble in a little while. Yeah, roughly 5 hours from now or so. I don't know what time it is. 5 hours from now, that means it's about 4 o'clock. Is it about 4 o'clock my time? Let's see, what time is it? Yeah. 4 o'clock. 5 hours from now. 5 hours from now. Yes, Mark. 9 Eastern time. The real time. The time that is the only one that really counts. Not this like Greenwich Village time that everybody, pretends that it's the real time. No. Real time is Eastern time. Anybody that tells you different, they're lying to you. Everybody uses our time. So. Right, Lisa? Everyone uses our time. Yep, Eastern time. Or our time. whatever our time is. Our time is now. 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 Yeah, well, that's like the British think everything is there because they stuck a flag in it. Oh, that's British now. It's flag. We flag that. That's ours. We put a flag in it. Which I can't, you know, say a whole lot. America couldn't even come up with its own colors. We had to borrow and steal the UK's colors, red, white, and blue. You know. We also sold the French's colors, you know. That's just give you guys an idea of something, you know. We stole the French and the British colors and just made them ours and added stars and shit to it, stars and stripes. I mean, the only thing we did different is add some stars to it. They're like, let's put some stars on that. That'd be cool. So, okay. Hit my head harder than I thought I did. Usually I can bang my head on things and not even notice. But that's pulsating a little bit. Let me go check on Lisa. So that's okay, Mock. You weren't slacking. You were figuring stuff out. So solving the world, printing the world's problems. Anything, Lisa? Anything else you need me to help you with?
Did you put the hay in that one?
I put the hay in that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I need to put the. You did think I do need to put the thing back in front of the thing. You know, words. You know, making sure that it's very clear with what we're doing. Precision. Put the thing back in front of the thing. So I need to put the brain is just, words are not coming in my head. I need to put, we're just gonna get it done. I'm gonna stop repeating it because I'm not gonna remember. Wooden pallet in front of the barn. That's what I was trying to think of. Me and headaches are just don't get along that well. You guys can tell. Ugh. Okay, thing in front of the thing. Wooden pallet is in place. Everything should be good. Again, still shocked that there's no clouds. In the whole time I was out here, we haven't seen a cloud flip over our head, which is pretty cool. There's the sun. Just in case you don't know what that big glowing object is in the sky. It can be confusing. But blue skies, wonderful day. You guys want to come hang out with us? Join us on Discord, discord.gg/xfactorfirefly. If it doesn't work, you can just send me an email at xfactorfirefly@gmail.com and I will send you a link, but that link should work. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. And yeah, I think I'm going to call it for now. So in what Mark said, in 5 hours? Yeah, 5 hours from now, 9 o'clock Eastern time, we'll be doing a review on permaculture with Midnight Doc's Garden. We're going to be talking about that. So if you guys want to join us for that, that would be awesome. If you like to see the silly things that I post, Instagram, which is xfactorfirefly37 on Instagram. I know I'm talking about meta products, but I can do the cool stuff with my glasses on there. So other than that, I think we're good. Thanks for joining me on this fun adventure today. A little shorter than I normally do, not quite an hour. Not bad. So anyways, it's Doc. Thanks, Mark, and thanks, Maid. By the way, guys, right there, if you guys ever want to see the farm 24/7 and you don't want to jump over to one of the other channels, the farm is always playing 24/7 on there. So anyways, friends, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Until tomorrow, it's Doc. Till tomorrow, adios.